New at 6, the threats of mass shootings or active terrorism have led sports stadiums and schools to install the latest weapons detection systems. Right now, these devices are here in Ohio.
They're used at Lower.com Field by the Columbus Crew right now and at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, home of the Cleveland Browns. But as 10 Investigates discovered, tests revealed gaps in these systems that may mean some items are missed.
Here's Chief Investigative Reporter Bennett Haverly.
The sales pitch behind these scanners, made by a company named Evolve, is that they can detect weapons without the wait time of metal detectors.
Express instantly differentiates harmless personal items from threats, making it easy for guards and frictionless for visitors.
But as 10 Investigates learned, these systems have limitations. They can sometimes miss certain weapons. So how do we know? Well, the Evolve system was tested here in Columbus back in 2021 by an entity called the National Center for Spectator Sports Safety and Security, or NCS4. It's based out of the University of Southern Mississippi. They released a 25-page report, and Evolve's CEO said this.
The results of that testing were very positive, as we earned a score of 2.84 on a scale of 0 to 3.
But there was also a full report, 52 pages, that was not released to the public. It contained photos of the items tested and found that certain weapons weren't detected. During the testing, the report shows the Evolve Express did find most handguns, but failed to flag a micro-compact handgun on 2 occasions. Certain metal pipes had mixed results, and while some knives alerted 100% of the time, others were not detected at all. The overall detection rate for knives was 58%. The evaluators recommended full transparency to potential customers.
At a basic level, they just need to know that these shortcomings exist.
Connor Healy works for IPVM, a reporting outlet that focuses on tech and security. IPVM was first to obtain this full report through an open records request that it sent to the University of Southern Mississippi, where NCS4 is based. When we asked for a copy, the university denied our request, saying it released the report by mistake. Evolve does not dispute its contents.
The testing done by NCS4 in Mississippi very clearly showed that these problems exist.
You got a knife?
This attack last October at a Utica, New York high school involved a knife that district officials say got through Evolve's detectors.
Are you out of your mind?
The district decided to stop using the Evolve Express system, but only after it had spent millions of dollars to install them.
Through investigation, it was determined the Evolve weapon detection system purchased at the direction of Mr. Karam does not detect metal objects and was not designed to detect knives. In fact, the Evolve weapon detection system was designed to only pick up weapons of mass casualties.
So the Evolve systems detected over 100,000 concealed weapons last year and prevented them from entering prohibited spaces.
In an interview with 10 Investigates, Evolve executives defended their product, saying they continue to improve it, have added dozens of clients, and that its detectors are just one part of a layered approach to security. If you're willing to say how many weapons you have stopped, I'm just curious how many weapons have been missed, or do you know?
I don't know.
Co-founder Anil Chikara and executive Jill Lamond told me their scanners help provide security without the bottlenecks of metal detectors. But in the past year, the company has stopped using the phrase creating weapons-free zones, and now says it works to create safe zones. But that's a moniker, it's a phrase that you guys use over and over again. And I guess that's why my question is, it seems to run counter to what the tests have shown, which is that there are certain weapons that can go undetected.
So we work with our customers to fully inform them of what the system's capabilities are and some of the limitations of the system. And then they are informed and can use it in the context of their overall security plan.
So you do tell them what the limits are?
We have a very detailed and clear discussion with our customers.
Evolve administrators told 10 Investigates for security reasons they don't share certain information contained in the NCS4 report publicly.
We don't post them on our websites so that anybody who wants to do harm in a school actually gets to see exactly how to do just that. So it's not about transparency. It's really about being transparent with the right people. And we absolutely have those difficult conversations and discuss each individual facility and their risks.
But isn't it about transparency, though? I mean, especially in a school system, you're talking about millions of public dollars that are being invested. If I've got a school district that needs to be equipped with this equipment, I think the parents in that case should have a right to know about its limitations. You guys seem to say that that's not true.
Our buyers are made acutely aware of capabilities and limitations at every pass.
Both Evolve and their direct competitor Chea, which offers a similar detection system used at Ohio Stadium, say the technology can be curtailed. Increasing the sensitivity caused more items like keys and cell phones to be flagged. Adjusting that sensitivity settings might mean some items are missed.
You know, and some people say, well, yeah, I don't want any knife in. Okay, that's fine. We could set it for that, but now we're going to slow people down. But so we always have that discussion.
If you have good security, there's going to be some type of inconvenience.
Ken Trump is a school safety expert. He says any potential buyers of this technology should do their research before making big purchases.
What we end up with oftentimes is security theater, the perception that we're doing more. The reality is unintended consequences, unknown unknowns, and different variables come into play that can create new problems, create a false sense of security, a perception that meets an emotional security blanket need, but doesn't necessarily make people safer, and in the end turns out to be security theater.
And we are out here live at lower.com field. The Evolve system behind me is covered up, I'm assuming because of this evening's rain. We did speak with Haslam Sports, the owner of the Crew and the Cleveland Browns. They tell us that they have confidence in their layered approach to security, including training their staff and using the Evolve system. Both Evolve and Chea have both expanded their client base, adding NFL teams in large school districts like Atlanta.
All right, Bennett, what about concerns that this might give bad guys a blueprint?
Yeah, Yolanda, I mean, it was something that we considered in our reporting of this. It's the same question that we took to Evolve. The other side of that coin, of course, though, is like things like the TSA. The Government Accountability Office routinely audits them, and those stories, those reports are published with the vulnerabilities. The question we pose to Evolve is, how do you sit in silence knowing that these vulnerabilities exist?
All
Reporting
right.
live outside lower.com field, Bennett Haberly, 10 Investigates.
All right, thank you, Bennett.